Hi everyone, welcome to another video. My name is Miriam, and if you don't know me, I help agency owners and coaches reprogram their mindset so they can effortlessly add extra 10K, 20K and more per month to their business, and pretty much making it impossible for them to fail in this whole business game. Now, if you're an entrepreneur, if you are agency owner or a coach, and you're tired of being stuck with your business and you really want to level up, now I have a Facebook group, a free Facebook group that you can join, where I show entrepreneurs just like you step by step of how they can actually do it. So if you're interested in learning more, just click the link below and join my free group. Alright, so pretty much I'm going to show you how I looked like before and how I look like and how my life looked like after the transformation, which I'm going to reveal in the end, so stay tuned. So let's just start with before. So how did I actually look like, right? So before I actually had a successful business, before I hit my first 10K per month, I was again broke, depressed, anxious. I worked a lot. Like, I was reaching out to so many people. So just to give you context, I used to have e-com agency, which I have to this day as well. So I used to do like a lot of cold outreach to get those clients, get those meetings in, and I was just doing so much work and never seeing any ROI. Pretty much I was constantly impatient and envious, and then comparing myself to other entrepreneurs that were making it, and just being super lost, like, and frustrated, like, why cannot I make this work, right? Other than that, I was like super distracted all the time. Like, I couldn't focus at one thing at a time. I was multitasking a lot, and I just couldn't pretty much put my head down and work on one subject. And usually those things that I was working on were just not the most important thing that you should be working on when trying to get clients. So I was doing everything but reaching out to prospects, like doing websites and doing pretty much everything that I just, weren't supposed to do. Now, I didn't have consistent routines and habits, so I was all over the place. I used to work when I felt like it, which is toxic, and which is never like, it never works, right? And as you can see, because I had all of these things, because I was relying on the wrong stuff, I was just never able to make it work. And I was trying new strategies all the time. Like, I was buying more books, buying more coaching, buying more strategy and tactics online. And it was horrible because I had so many things that I can learn from, but I can never stick to one thing. So again, I had like a shiny object syndrome, and this was a loop that I couldn't escape. Another thing was that I knew what I'm supposed to work on every single morning. Like, I'm supposed to do outreach, or I'm supposed to write a content piece, or I'm supposed to record a video, or you name it, So I knew exactly what am I supposed to do, but for some reason I just couldn't do it. And I just didn't know why that is, right? So instead of doing the actual thing, I was like watching my YouTube videos, I was consuming and never really taking action. And because of that, I kept failing. I kept failing every day, every month, and it was just a horrible season of my life, right? And because of that, because when you are exposed to so many hurdles and problems and failure, you are about to give up, or you at least consider giving up. And yeah, I used to have like a lot of limiting beliefs. The fact that my emails never converted and stuff like that. I was like thinking, I had this beliefs that outreach doesn't work anymore, that cold email doesn't work anymore, that my niche, that my whole business model is saturated and I will never make it work. So it was a mess. Like, my whole head pretty much was a mess. So yeah, this was how I was before, and pretty much after applying a couple of things that I will share with you shortly, I was able to go from this, which maybe you find yourself as well, because it's very common working with many entrepreneurs and just talking to many entrepreneurs as well. I know that this is mostly the main issue. So it's usually not like you lack some sort of skills, but it's usually these things right here that pretty much makes you fail. So once I had my transformation, I was able to hit my 10K per month. I was able to automate my agency by hiring good people, get clients, book 1 to 3 meetings per day with cold email without changing a script, without changing a single word. Which was totally like mind-blowing. And then I was able to get 2 to 3 to 4 clients per month consistently, and I got finally unstuck. I couldn't believe that I was one of these people that hit that 10K per month, because a couple months ago I was just this person right here on this other side, and I never thought like I would be able, or I'm capable of achieving this success, right? So because of that, I got happier, wealthier, and more consistent and focused, right? So everything was as it should be, right? So right now you may be asking, so that's really nice. I want this transformation as well. Or maybe you are at 10K and you want to hit 20 or 30K. But the question is how? You know, everyone is asking the how, so let me just do that. By the way, if you like the video, hit the like button, subscribe for more content like this. It really helps the channel, and yeah, it will help you as well, because I'm going to be posting lots of content like this that will help you scale your business. All right, so back to the video. So the transformation that I made was that I stopped buying strategies. I stopped buying tactics. I focused on my mindset. Now, before you go and start like the fact that it's like a woo-woo and you don't believe in mindset and all of that, it's all about business. Well, if it was all about business and strategies and everything like that we consume, why are not we all entrepreneurs that are making 7 figures per year? Why are those people, why you see people in groups on social media or everywhere and anywhere, people that make it and people that fail, and at the end you discover that they had the same mentor, the same strategy. So why is it that one person succeeds and the other fails? It's because of the mindset. As you can see, mindset is 20% of success, and 80% of success, and 20% is the skills, the strategies, and pretty much everything that you use, right? So that's the one thing I need you to understand. If you want to take one thing out of this video that you've spent a couple of minutes on, make sure that you understand that 80% of success in business and in life is mindset, and 20% are skills and strategies, which I'm hugely like, I'm a big fan of, because I always preach like, please just keep improving your skills. Don't just completely rely on mindset, because as you can see, mindset is 80%, but those 20% are your skills. You know, you have to make sure that you are valuable to the market and that you know how to do marketing, sales, and whatever that you are good at, right? To make sure that you're improving. So keep this equation in your mind at all times, and it will transform your life pretty much. So once I started to focus on mindset, and once I started to pretty much understand that everything is here in my mind, for example, I started to shift my beliefs, which I'm going to record another video about, like how I pretty much was able to book like meetings for my agency, you know, from going from 0 to 1 to 3 meetings per day, how I was able to do that. But essentially, I was able to change my beliefs. So I went from having limiting beliefs about my business, about my outreach, about myself, to changing those and replacing those beliefs into the beliefs that I wanted to believe, which eventually happened. So this was one thing that pretty much explains working on mindset. Another thing was that I focused on one thing, one strategy, one method, one principle, one business model, and that's it. You know, I picked one strategy that works, and I just followed it for a couple of months, you know, and I was able to see success because of that. Because if you stick with something for long enough, you're able to see some sort of feedback. You know, you're able to see if it works or if it doesn't work. And if it doesn't work, you can refine it and you can adjust it and make it work eventually, right? But you cannot do it if you are switching between strategies, niches, business models, and whatever. You know, you have to stick with one thing for at least 3 or 6 months, right? Another thing, I was able to work on my focus. So I was able to sit down behind my computer and work uninterrupted for a couple of hours on the most important tasks of the day. And I was able to improve my habits. And because of that, I was able to stay consistent, which was a huge thing, you know. And yeah, this was pretty much all I've done. I didn't buy any more courses. I didn't buy any more strategies. I didn't do any of that. I focused on my mindset. I changed internally, you know. I became the 2.0 version that I need to become in order to pretty much achieve that 10K per month, because Miriam here is not capable, is not like programmed yet to achieve 10K per month. Like how can like a person on this planet who has no focus, no habits, no consistency, is full of false beliefs, trauma for childhood, trauma from many things, you know, having like self-sabotaging, is having self-hatred, inner dialogue, how this person that I just described to you can hit 10K per month, can be a millionaire. Well, it's impossible. That's why you see people that make it, and that's why you see people that fail. It's because those that win, those winners, optimize your mindset and make sure that these things right here are not in the game anymore. Like, these things are replaced with the things that 10K version of themselves would do. Okay, so always ask yourself, what if you are, for example, procrastinating, or if you are, for example, distracted all the time? Well, ask yourself, like, what would a 10K version of me do at this point? Would 10K version of me spend another hour on social media? Well, probably not, right? The 10K version of you would go out and do some loans, or do some outreach, or record a content, or whatever, you know? So that's important to realize, and that's important to remember. So that's pretty much it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you find value, please hit the like button, subscribe, and yeah, looking forward to see you in the next one.